Let me ask you something uncomfortable. If your income stopped tomorrow, how long would you last? A month? A week? A few days before the stress starts creeping in? Most people don't avoid building wealth because they're lazy. They avoid it because they believe the number is too big. $1 million, 6 figures, someday. But what if the number that actually changes your life is much smaller than you think? There's a specific financial milestone where anxiety starts turning into confidence, where your job stops owning you, where opportunities stop feeling risky and start feeling possible. And for most people, that number is around $20,000. Not a million, 20,000. In this video, we're going to break down why this number changes your brain, not just your bank account, why the first $20,000 is the hardest you'll ever build, and how crossing it quietly separates people who build wealth from people who stay stuck for decades. This is exactly what we do here at Invest Legacy. We break down complex money concepts into simple shifts that actually change your life. If you're serious about building real financial freedom, not hype, not shortcuts, subscribe and join us. Every video is designed to move you one step closer to control over your money. Now let's talk about why $20,000 is such a powerful turning point. When you don't have savings, your brain operates in survival mode. Every expense feels heavy. Every unexpected bill feels like a threat. Every job decision feels urgent. You're not thinking about opportunity. You're thinking about survival. And when your brain is focused on survival, it physically struggles to think long-term. Growth becomes secondary. Safety becomes everything. But when you build real savings, ideally 3 to 6 months of expenses, something shifts. For many people, that lands somewhere around $20,000. And suddenly, you stop asking, how do I survive until next month? You start asking, how do I grow? That space, that breathing room, is where wealth actually begins. Now let's talk about the math. Let's say you're investing consistently, maybe $1,000 a month, into diversified index funds, averaging around 8% annually over time. Getting to your first $20,000 takes discipline. It takes consistency. It might take a year and a half or more. That's the uphill push. But here's where it gets interesting. Your second $20,000 comes faster, because now your money is helping you. Your investments are generating returns on top of your monthly contributions. You're no longer pushing the rock alone. Momentum has joined you. By the time your portfolio reaches $100,000, the growth becomes noticeable. At $400,000 invested, an 8% annual return generates $32,000 per year. That's nearly another salary without clocking in. Same strategy, same principles, just scale. And scale changes everything. But here's the part most people completely underestimate. If you manage to save $20,000, starting from zero, you've done something far more powerful than accumulating cash. You've changed your identity. You've proven you can delay gratification. You've shown yourself that you control your money, not the other way around. And identity drives behavior. Before $20,000, buying a $4 coffee might cause stress. After $20,000, you stop sweating the small stuff because you know you can handle the big stuff. And that's a powerful shift. Here's where it gets even more interesting. When you're broke, you obsess over micro decisions. Generic cereal or name brand, make coffee at home or buy it, skip this dinner or not. But once you build a financial foundation, your focus shifts to macro decisions. Where you live, what you drive, how much you invest, how you grow your income. Those decisions move your net worth by tens, sometimes hundreds of thousands over time. You stop thinking emotionally. You start thinking strategically. That's maturity in wealth building. Now let's talk about something people don't say out loud. $20,000 changes your relationship with work. When you live paycheck to paycheck, your job owns you. You hesitate to negotiate. You tolerate poor management. You avoid risk because you can't afford instability. But when you have walking away money, your posture changes. You ask for raises with confidence. You explore better roles. You speak up when something isn't right. And here's the ironic part. Often, you never even have to quit. Just knowing you could changes how you show up. Confidence compounds, just like money does. Now here's the trap. Some people hit $20,000, immediately upgrade their lifestyle. New car, bigger apartment, expensive vacation. They treat the milestone like a reward. But that $20,000 isn't a reward. It's a launch pad. Every major purchase now carries opportunity cost. A $30,000 car invested at 8% over 20 years could grow into well over 6 figures. Suddenly, the question isn't, can I afford the payment? It's, what is this costing my future freedom? This doesn't mean you never enjoy life. At Invest Legacy, we're not about extreme sacrifice. We're about intentional decisions. Spend on what you truly value. Cut what doesn't matter. Invest the difference. Because wealth isn't built in dramatic moments. It's built quietly in consistency. And here's the truth. $20,000 won't make you rich overnight, but it will change how you think. It will replace anxiety with options, desperation with leverage, fear with strategy. And that shift, that mental shift, is the real beginning of wealth. If you're starting from zero right now, don't focus on $20,000. Focus on the first 1,000, then 5,000, then 10,000. Momentum is invisible until it isn't. One day, you'll open your banking app and feel calm instead of stressed. And that's when you'll realize you're no longer surviving, you're building. That's how legacies start. And that's what we're here for.